You ready to go and get started?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start reading Isaiah 14 and 1.
Yes, sir.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel.
That's a lot right there. Now, I was visiting this camp, and they always say there's Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom.
Yes.
All the time. But read on, Elder. We're going to explain this to you. We're going to find out what is. The Elder just read, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. We're going to find out what mercy is. We're going to have examples out of the Bible. Don't listen to no one else. He said, get it out the Bible. Get it out the Bible. Hear it from God, because these are God's words. So you want to get it from what God say. Don't think about what else somebody say. Get it from the Bible. Well, we're going to find out what mercy is. And read on.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them. And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Okay, we're going to break down this. It's a lot right here. Isaiah 14 and 1. But let's go to Romans chapter 15, because we mentioned about we're going to break down mercy. We're going to break down everything on this verse right here.
You said Romans 15 and what?
9 and 15.
Romans 9 and 15. Romans chapter 9, verse 15. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy upon whom I will have mercy.
He said, the Most High said it's up to him. Not you, not me, not they, not she, not he, not the pastor, not the bishop, not the deacon, not. He said, he. The Most High said, him. He choose. Read.
For I will have mercy upon whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
Now that's what the Most High said.
Right.
He said to Moses. I don't remember being there at the time.
No, you can't overrule that. You ain't got the power to overrule what the Most High say. So you go sit down and like it or don't like it, but he got the right to choose who he has mercy on. First, don't come from some man.
Nah, don't come from some man.
Oh, go ahead. Where else you want to go?
1 Peter chapter 2 and 10.
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 10. Y'all write these scriptures down, right? Because a lot of times you'll find that some of these scriptures that we bringing out, a lot of people don't bring them out because they don't fit the doctrine. So you have to be smarter. You're supposed to be following the Bible. You're not supposed to be following what some man says. Because once you follow that man, you're in his house now.
Yes.
He's become your God.
He's your God.
Right.
You're
following him.
He's your father.
Right.
Yes.
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 10. Which in time past were not a people, but are now the people of God, which had not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy.
Now this is out the Bible right here. It's out the Bible. Let's go to it. Let's go to Mark verse. Let's example. Mark chapter 7 and 27. Mark started Mark chapter 7 verse 24.
Mark chapter 7 verse 24. And from thence he arose and went into the borders of Tyre and Sidon.
This Christ walking.
And entered into an house, and would have no man know it, but he could not be hid. For a certain woman whose young daughter had an unclean spirit, heard of him, and came and fell at his feet. The woman was a Greek. A Greek. Read. A Syrophoenician by nation. And she besought him that he would cast forth the devil out of her daughter.
Read.
But Jesus said unto her, let the children first be filled, for it is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it unto dogs.
Yeah, read.
And she answered and said unto him, Yes, Lord. Yet the dogs under the table eat of the children's crumbs.
Now, that's a lot right there. Now, this woman came to Christ. Now, she heard of Christ and she's traveling. And Christ is dropping bread everywhere. He'll heal this person. He'll heal that person. He'll heal that person. He's dropping breadcrumbs. So sooner or later, it got to this woman. This woman had faith. So she followed those breadcrumbs.
Yes.
Till it got to Christ. Read.
And he said, For this sake, go thy way. The devil is gone out of thy door.
That seemed like he had mercy.
Yes.
That's mercy. Because the woman had faith.
By her faith, she obtained mercy.
Mercy. Let's get another. Go to Matthew 15 and 22.
Matthew chapter 15, verse 22. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast, and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me.
Mercy, mercy. We read about it.
Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil.
A lot of us are vexed with the devil. Not me. But I know some. See, you can be vexed with your pastor. You can be vexed with your bishop. You can be vexed with your deacon, your captain, because you're not paying attention exactly what the Bible is saying, because you're not looking at it spiritually. Now, this woman was a Canaan woman. Read.
But he answered her not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she crieth after us. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Remember that word Israel. Israel, what you've been taught, is a different meaning. And we're going to give it to you. When you read Israel, you have to identify what the Bible is actually saying. Because it's 4 times, different ways, the Bible mentions Israel. It mentions the progenitors Jacob, Israel, when his name was changed. It's talking about the carnal Israel, the whole nation of Israel, by the bowels of Abraham. It mentioned also the northern kingdom, the northern kingdom being Israel, and Judah was the southern kingdom.
Yes.
But then there's a spiritual Israel.
Yes.
Remember, spiritual, the Israel means Prince Power of God.
Yes.
So it's a spiritual name.
Yes.
Okay. Where we at, El?
You're going to be able to prove. You're making a very definitive statement. I hope you're able to prove it.
Oh, absolutely. I think the Bible is...
You're under pressure now.
Yes.
You know, the pressure's on. They say ain't no such thing as no spiritual Israel.
We'll see.
We're going to see what you made of.
We'll see.
Verse 25. Then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. But he answered her and said, It is not meet to take the children's bread and cast it to dogs.
Now he said it is not right to take the bread, the children's bread. Now understand. Remember, these people is traveling, they're picking up breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs is mustard seed.
Yes.
Faith of a mustard seed.
Yes.
Those are little breadcrumbs.
Yes.
Really, not actual bread on the ground.
Yes.
But what he's passing word to word, healing people. And it got to her. Read.
Verse 27. And she said, Truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from their master's table.
Now what it's saying right there, when they mention dog, any person that's in the Bible that eat anything, they can, if somebody say something, if they can't prove it, it's just, and they get over or go through life and they don't get a pure understanding of something, you can survive without knowing things. That's a dog. That's a dog. They grab at any meat. That's what it's saying. It compares to to Esau. Hebrews 12 and 16. That's what he's talking about. Anybody grab a little morsel of meat and run with it, a little understanding, even when they don't even get the whole understanding. What's saying that?
When it's saying masters, what that's talking about?
Teachers.
Oh, so a master is a teacher.
Is a teacher.
A master is a teacher. You're gonna learn. There's a lot of different ways to say teacher.
Yes.
Because in Leviticus, it tells you a whole lot of different types of teachers. All right? But we're gonna keep reading. Then Jesus answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour.
You notice the elder mentioned faith. Faith. She had faith, so she obtained
mercy.
Mercy.
That's right.
Mercy.
That faith.
Yes.
That comforter.
Yes. Yes.
That's what's giving you the comfort.
Yes.
That faith. Because you looking and you starting to read and you starting to understand. Hey, there's a little bit more to this thing than I've been taught.
Greek and a Canaan woman. Greek and a Canaan woman. Well, that's Israel. That's Israel. She came from Israel. We're going to get into that. Who really Israel? He came for the lost sheep of Israel. We're going to find out the Israel who actually he came for.
Now, you know, and I'm glad it came to this point because by the way that I was taught, where I went, there seemed to be this teaching that Christ had no dealings with anything other than Israelites.
Bring it out.
Well, maybe so, maybe not.
Yeah.
The thing is, what's that scripture? What is it? Romans 3:3.
God forbid.
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't it Romans 3:3? Let's get that right quick. Because this is what you're gonna have to understand. Whenever you trust in men and you do what they say and you don't ask questions, sometimes they cause you to err because you're supposed to be following this book.
Yeah.
Read that for me.
Romans chapter 3 and verse 3. For what if some did not believe?
What if you don't believe what we're about to read? What if you say, well, my bishop or my pastor or my camp leader or whomever the person is told me Christ didn't have any dealings with the Gentiles.
And he don't have spiritual eyes.
He only dealt with the quote unquote northern kingdom Gentiles. How convenient. He only dealt with those people. But all those other nations, he never had any dealings with them. What if you don't believe what you about to hear? Read on.
But what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
So just because you don't believe, is that going to change what this book say?
I think not. God forbid.
No. He's telling you, no. It's not going to have any effect on what he says. Whether you believe it or not, the book says what it says. Read on.
Yea, let God be true.
Let God be true.
But every man a liar.
Every man that tells you something and then you read it in the Bible and it tells you something else, that man is a liar.
A liar. He's Pharisees.
Read.
As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy saying and mightest overcome when thou art judged.
Whenever you go and you start spreading lies, especially out there on those streets, talking to those people, telling lies, be held accountable for those lies. You're not going to be able to say, but it was in the precept packet. You're going to be held accountable for telling the lie that you learned from your father. get me Mark 3.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to see whether or not Christ had any dealings with these people. You're going to learn very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
You may or may not like what the Bible is saying, but it's saying what it's saying.
Yes.
You probably never read this because it doesn't fit the doctrine.
Mm-hmm.
Read Mark 3. Start at verse 7.
Mark chapter 3 and verse 7.
Read.
But Jesus withdrew himself with his disciples to the sea, and a great multitude from Galilee followed him, and from Judea.
Oh, so you know, Jesus was a very popular preacher. But he was teaching and healing a lot of people.
Yes.
Multitudes.
Yes.
Even, right? So it said that multitudes from Galilee followed him, and from Judea. Keep reading.
And from Jerusalem.
From Jerusalem.
And from Idumea.
Idumea?
That's what it said.
Idumea?
We go by this. We go by the word of God.
That thing just said
Idumea.
that Christ was teaching and healing Idumeans. But I'm certain the place where I went said that didn't happen. That's what they said.
They lied.
That's a lie.
Lie.
Because you're hearing it now.
They're taking your money.
That's what they're doing.
They're taking your money and your mind.
So you got to figure out who to believe. Because are you going to believe what the Bible's saying?
Yes.
Or what your pastor's saying?
Yes.
Because he don't want you to trust your lying eyes. Because we just read.
Yes.
But let's keep reading.
And from Jerusalem, and from
Idumea,
and from beyond Jordan, and they about Tyre and Sidon. Africans. Yes.
Those dusty Africans that they talk about so.
Yes.
They hate those dusty Africans and all of that. He was teaching them too.
Yes.
He was teaching them and he was healing them.
Yes.
Read on.
A great multitude, when they had heard what great things he did, came unto him. And he spake to his disciples that a small ship should wait on him because of the multitude, lest they should throng him.
Throng him, that means that he was getting overrun. Everybody want to touch him.
Oh, they running.
Everybody want to hear what he got to say. Everybody want him to heal them. So it's just people all over him.
Yes.
Read on.
For he had healed many.
He had healed many. That thing said that he healed
Idumea.
and Africans.
Tyre and Sidon.
Read on.
For he had healed many, and so much that they pressed upon him to touch him.
Yes.
As many as had plagues and unclean spirits, when they saw him, fell down before him and cried, saying, Thou art the Son of God.
See that? Those people, he was healing people of all nations.
Yes.
All nations. He didn't go and use semantics and say, well, the world means Israel. You don't know what Israel he talking about. Because that's a different Israel that you don't understand. We're going to explain it to you.
We get in the Bible. We get it out the Bible.
Don't let somebody come with a bunch of semantics and tell you something that Christ didn't have anything to do with Idumeans.
Yes, he did.
When it just said he was teaching them and healing them.
Anybody came to him.
That's right.
Yes.
But he wasn't the only one doing it. Because, they say, well, look, you had a bunch of Northern Kingdom people. They were, it was a remnant of them, that was still walking around in the land and all this such and such, right? But didn't Ezra say that they was over here on this side of the world?
They was already here.
Right?
They was here. The multitude of them was already gone.
That's right. So now it's convenient because when the Assyrians came in the northern kingdom, didn't they move them people out of that land?
They sure did.
And then they went. Whenever they moved in the land, the Most High sent the lions and all of that, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my!
Yeah.
So they had to go get some of them worthless priests to come and pray for the land, cause the animals was tearing them up. I know a lot of people remember that part of the Bible.
Yes.
Right? So those people never came back. They went over here.
Yes.
Right? So all of these big multitudes of people, everybody that you're talking to in the Bible, that's the northern kingdom.
Yes.
That's northern kingdom. Well, let's see if we can find one more.
Can I?
Absolutely.
Read that Mark 3 and 8 again.
Mark chapter 3, verse 8. And from Jerusalem, and from Idumea, and from beyond Jordan, and they about Tyre and Zidon, a great multitude, when they had heard what great things he did, came unto him.
All those folks coming. Don't y'all get tricked with that stuff. Don't y'all get tricked. We're going to go to Exodus chapter 12. See, we're going to go way back. Let's go to Exodus because it mentioned great multitude. Great multitude. And this right here, open up your eyes and open up your ears. You have spiritual ears also. But read start at Exodus 12 and 37.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 37. And the children of Israel journeyed from Ramses and Succoth, about 600,000 on foot, that were men, beside children.
Read.
And a mixed multitude.
Mixed multitude. Read.
Went up also with them. And flocks and herds.
See, that right there is getting very spiritual. It's getting very spiritual because they flocks. Flocks of followers. Followers. Now, this part of the class, but jump to 43.
Verse 43. And the Lord said unto Moses and Aaron, this is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof.
What he's saying right there, he don't want them to be stranger. He wants to become converted from being a stranger. So that's what he's doing. Jump to Exodus chapter 12, verse 49.
Verse 49. One law shall be to him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourneth among you.
One law and the stranger that sojourn among you. But my point is about Exodus 12 and 38, about that mixed multitude. When they was traveling, when Israel, the carnal bowel seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was, was traveling, the bowel seed also, other people followed them, also coming out of Egypt. So, you want to add anything, Elder? You want to?
Yeah, I was just going to give them that, to show them that Paul was doing the same thing that Christ was doing. But the thing is, what gets me is, I don't understand why you got to lie. What's the lie about? The Bible says what it says. Why are you lying?
Yes.
You don't have to lie to somebody. Read the scriptures. Let a person decide for themselves. But when you have an agenda, it changes everything. I want to go first. I want to go to 1 Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1.
Okay.
Because it's time to dispel with the lies. You can't get into the kingdom believing a lie.
No, you can't.
Somebody's lying to you.
Yes.
And if you don't believe God, then you believe him. You're under his house.
Yes.
You're not following Christ no more. You're following him.
Yes.
That's your Lord. Read that for me.
The book of Maccabees and the Apocrypha. And it, chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened, After that, Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, had smitten Darius, king of Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece.
So it's talking about Alexander the Great. He's a Macedonian, right? A Macedonian is a specific type of people, primarily white folks. So now, we're going to go to Acts chapter 16. Acts chapter 16. And it's going to tell you something. Because unlike who you're listening to, I don't have to lie to you to get you to like me.
No.
If you got a problem, you have to address your problem. Let's say that problem's hatred. You got to address that problem. It's called change. But I want you to go to Acts chapter 16. I want you to start at verse 9.
Acts chapter 16 and verse 9. And a vision appeared to Paul in the night.
A vision is something spiritual. Spiritual. Right? Read on.
There stood a man of Macedonia.
A man of what?
Macedonia.
Read on.
And prayed him, saying, come over into Macedonia and help us.
Come help us in Macedonia. So the angel of the Lord telling Paul to go to Macedonia. So now, we just indicated that the Macedonian have a very unique appearance.
Yes.
It didn't say that Paul saw an Israelite in Macedonia. It said he saw a man of Macedonia. A Macedonian.
Yes.
So he had a vision to go and teach those people. These people are lying to you. They're lying, Sam.
All the time.
When I was a young.
All the time.
When I was a young, you used to have a situation where so and so and such have a little heated argument. And so the word spread. So and such, so and so, and such gonna have a fight.
Oh boy, I remember them days.
After school.
Well, I remember them days.
Yes, sir. So everybody's excited. But the first week, the bell rang, everybody walking home. Right?
Right.
Because you can't fight on school ground.
That's right.
That's a rule.
You can't do that.
Right?
And, hey, most of the time they're going to fight over a woman, which is a doctrine, and spiritual. Hey, the carnal side is the girl, and the spiritual side is a woman.
Right.
Hey, they about to fight there.
Right.
Go ahead.
But whenever we used to get down the street, find a little field or something like that, we ready. Here they go. Shoulder to shoulder. Going in a circle. Shoulder to shoulder. Shoulder to shoulder. They don't want to fight.
Hey, yeah.
So, you know, I was somewhat devious.
We all been there.
So I get up in there and I'll break them up like this.
Yeah, ain't that happening.
And then I'd stick out my hand. And I'd say, baddest man hit my hand. And they both go for the hand. Then I say, he hit you, man. It's on.
It's on, man.
And they fight. Now, I don't care about neither one of them guys. I just want to see the fight. So now you got people who got doctrines. And they give you their agenda. Because they want to see you and him fight.
Yes.
But those people cause you to err. You have to use the spirit and the understanding that the Most High gave you. He said, one jot, one tittle.
One tittle,
of the law.
Yeah.
Everything that's in here
Yes.
is for your learning.
Yes.
If somebody takes it away,
Yeah.
he hates you.
Yeah. No job. No.
Because he wants you to die.
Yes.
He wants you to follow him.
Mm-hmm.
His renown
Mm-hmm.
is worth more than your life.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to find out. There's houses.
Yes.
We're going to explain it.
Yes.
There are different houses.
Yes, it is.
But we've gone around a bit much, and we want to get back to the lesson you're bringing out here, Elder.
Go to Hebrews 4 and 16 because we talked about grace, mercy.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about mercy, so we're getting it out the Bible. We're not going by any man. So we're going to let God be true and everybody else a lie. Everybody is a lie. So if you read that Hebrews 4 and 16.
Hebrews chapter 4 verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace.
We got grace right now. Why you playing? Why you got to lie? Stop playing. The world is about to end the way it's designed, the way we've been living it. It's about to end. Stop playing games. Stop trying to get the money. Stop that. Tell people the truth. If you don't know the truth, study. Call us. Write us. We're going to give out that information. Because we're serious about this. We're trying to get the kingdom. We want to live. I am terrified of the Most High. This man is terrified of the Most High.
Yes.
Read.
Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy.
Like those two women. The Syrophoenician woman, the Greek woman, and also the Canaan woman. Read.
And find grace to help in time of need.
It's time to stop playing. It's not no party. All that party stuff is gone.
Yeah.